Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Play action. Now it's Tua. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Defense wins championships, baby. Check, 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 check.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. 22 yards there. A 1st down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From midfield, here's Tua. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Miles Jack with a sack. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the 1st quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tua. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, here's Tua. Escape. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their 1st drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
I'm trying to collect. Kill, kill, kill. slam. Whip, whip, whip. 80. Whip. Check 31, check 31. Check 37, check 37. Go.
On 1st and 10, Meeks. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
It's our time, guys. Back in 60. Mike 7. Mike 7.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. 4 down, 4 down.
Looking to throw. Meeks. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Watch the slam. Check 43. Shoot, shoot. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 7's a Mike, Mike 7. 2, 3. 79 Bronco. 7's a Mike. Quarterback, don't get it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he works free. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. So a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the...
Touchdown, Jaguars! Tony Pollard. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Looking to pass. Tua. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Let's go. 53. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, defense.
From the 24, Tua. Going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive guy,
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Mike 7. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Watch that. Watch that. Watch that. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 7's a Mike.
Here's Pollard. And they can't bring him down. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That's the way. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Gotta do better.
Back to throw. Meeks rolling to his right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Off the play fake. Meeks on the move to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Joker, 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 Joker.
They'll run left with Pollard, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Tua going to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10.
Exit. Switch. Go, Rig. Go.
Off play action. Meeks. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, it's Pollard. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Let's go. 60 Maverick. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Looking to throw. Meeks. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Tua's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now Tua. Finding Edwards-Helaire once again. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire. Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Tua on the bootleg here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown Colts! Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. Frank Reich going to tell the offense to go for 2. Tua going to try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's checking.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
They're running it.
Off the play fake. Meeks. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these two teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up, make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half, too many turnovers. Tighten things up, maybe get in their face a little bit, get in their grill, and then send them back out.
I got it.
To throw on second down. Meeks, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Back to throw. Meeks. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Play action, now it's Tua. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Edwards-Helaire now off the option. And he's got this down to the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Tua now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Tua, fast pass outside complete. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. 20. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 2. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Jags are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's go. Pick it up, D. Check 3. Check 3. Check. Lucky. Go.
Off play action. Meeks. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
It's just me and you.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's got this down to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10.
Switch. Viking 18.
Now a give here to Pollard. And a short gain down to about the 33. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. From the gun, Meeks flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Boswell's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Looking to throw. Meeks. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 13. Check 13.
Off the play fake. Meeks. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Now, this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 74 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here we go. 44.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Working with his 2nd and 4.
I don't think you got it, sir. Hey, check back.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Colts are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Sony Michel taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
They'll try and throw for it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for
chart.
1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Meeks. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Mike 7, Mike 7. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Off play action. Meeks. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Check 55, Mike. Push him back. Push him back.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. 7's a Mike.
Off the bootleg. Meeks.
You better be afraid of me.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Mike 7 through 11. 10 through 11. Stay in situation. Let's go. Back. Hurt. Hurt.
On 3rd down, Meeks. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift.
He's back to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And this thing gets blown up well behind the line of scrimmage, but the marker is down on the field. Who's this against? They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Let's see what you got.
Back to throw is Tua. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Jaguars are right back in this football game. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
This one caught by Kittle and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Eluding the pressure right. Flushed out right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down and 4.
Check three.
They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a two-point conversion to tie it.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's two-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the two-point conversion to tie the ball game.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. Everything was riding on that two-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk
to a hit, and the ball is out. Four quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. First throw of the OT session for Tua. Flush to his right. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Ready? 44's Mike. Check. I got you.
This is Michel on the counter. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Tackle made there by Budda Baker. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. 93 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Tua. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Two minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Watch the run. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad and incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
To throw on 2nd down, Meeks. And oh my gracious, if he could have just clutched that and fallen to the ground, it's an overtime victory, but instead we keep going. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Seven's a Mike. Mike 7.
Operating from the gun. Meeks. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of